During this Christmas season and even back in the Advent season, and really anytime you're watching this video, I want to tell you that I cannot stop thinking about the story of the prodigal son. I think it has something to do with Christmas, at least in my own mind, and I just wanted to share that with all of you. And hopefully we could take it to that next step on how that could apply in our world today. First off, thank you for checking out this channel. I really appreciate it. If you can just hit that like, subscribe, and comment below just to share this story, because I want to challenge people to take their first step to grow closer to Christ and to learn more about God. My friends, I'll be quick with the prodigal son story. There is a father with two sons. One of the sons goes to his father and asks for his inheritance in advance. He gets his inheritance, he goes off, and he basically squanders his inheritance. He winds up basically at rock bottom, and he realizes this when he begins to eat with the pigs. As a Jew, this is an unclean animal, and he finds himself equal to them. And he has a thought: I'll go back to my father's house, and I'll ask to be a servant, because they live better than what I'm living like now. And we know that from the story, it says that when his son was a long way off, the father saw him returning. And the father ran to him, and the father gave him a ring, put a robe on him, killed an animal, and had a feast in honor of his son's return, because he was gone and he has returned. He was lost and he is found. In the world, in the time of Jesus, or just before the birth of Jesus, I can't help but wonder, what was that trigger that brought Christ into the world? Who took that first step where God immediately said, it is now time to send my son, to put a ring on those people's hand, to put a robe on them, to have a feast? It says in Scripture that we are now a royal priesthood. Was it Matthew, a tax collector who was put outside of his community because of his choices? But at that moment, while he was still Levi, before he was called by Jesus, was there something in the heart or in the mind of Levi that he wants to make that first step, or take that first step into finding out who his God is, who his people are? Was it Mary Magdalene, who was out in the world and realizing, where is the Messiah? How could I take my first step in discovering who he will be? Peter, Andrew, James, John, Luke, Mark, the Virgin Mary. Were these the people that took that first step like the prodigal son and returned back to Christ or to the Father, where the Father said, let me run to these people and to save these people? In the world today, there's even videos about it. People are converting to Catholicism. Many people are. They're realizing the truth. But what was that trigger? Was it in their heart? Was it in their mind where they realized, I want to return back to the Father? And sometimes it's in all the craziness like we're seeing in the world today, where someone looks around and says, I can't be here. I don't belong here. And they take that first step to God. And I think we see that with a lot of people converting today. My friends, more than ever, I think the story of the prodigal son is becoming more and more relevant to a lot of people. It's becoming more and more powerful for a lot of people, because many of us are finding ourselves eating with the pigs. By that, I mean hitting rock bottom, looking around, they're in their sin, they're living in the result of their bad choices. And there's only one place to go, and that's the Father. So please, this year, join me. I'm nobody. I mean, obviously, There's going to be other intentions by the Pope and other bishops of your diocese, but maybe a few of us this year can show the story, can tell the story of the prodigal son and invite people to take their first step to the Father. Thank you. Please subscribe. Pray for this channel. Comment. Like. Tell your friends about it. I'd really appreciate it. Peace.